talk about Little Broken Hearts, which I was just playing again, and I love. I put it in my top 10. It's
Thank you.
But it was really a change from all of your other albums, because I mean, your other albums were basically made with a band, and that one you just sequestered yourself with Danger Mouse.
Yeah, with Brian, Danger Mouse.
But can you talk about that? Because I mean, it's got so many weird sounds on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real change. I mean, would you do it again?
Oh yeah. I mean, Brian and I became such good friends, and I would love to do it again with him. I would love to do it with someone else too. I mean, I did enjoy the process, but it would have to be someone I felt really good with, you know, because when you're sequestered with someone, you want to make sure you get along, make sure you like the person enough to eat many, many meals with them, and, you know, like their ideas. I liked how he kind of brought me into a whole different soundscape that I wouldn't have known how to do on my own, because I don't have all that kind of gear knowledge, you know. But we also it was very easy. It wasn't that scary, even though on paper it sounds like a scary thing to try. It was just super comfortable, so that was nice.
Well, was it a couple of weeks?
It was 2 months.
Did you come in with ideas or songs, or was it all on the spot?
It was pretty much on the spot. There was maybe like 10%. There were a few little chord change ideas that I had or he had, but mostly it was all in the studio.
There's some of your saddest songs and there's some of your angriest songs.
Yeah. Well, Brian encourages that for sure. And I mean, his studio has all these Russ Meyer posters, all these like sexy, scary women all over, plastering the walls of his studio. And he has all the beautiful LA sunshine blocked out with dark curtains. So it's definitely a dark vibe in the studio. It's a good vibe, but a dark, good vibe. So that encouraged all that.
I mean, you've got a lot of breakup songs now in the catalog.
Yeah, well, I'm not the only one.
But I mean, do they come and get you, or is it more a matter of singing? I mean, do the lyrics still strike a chord for you?
Not really. Sometimes it depends on the night, you know, and what you're thinking about when you're performing. It strikes a chord with me in that I definitely understand the lyrics, but I'm not torturing myself every night. You know what I mean? I'm not reliving a bunch of stuff every night.
It's a performance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not crying backstage every night, you know, before I go on and after I go on.
And you weren't crying when you wrote them either.
I wasn't. I was in a really good zone, actually. There was a lot of saved up stuff that I was excited to let go of. And that worked really well, you know. It felt good to put it all in song, and that's a pretty human thing to go through.
I mean, I know you were a Billie Holiday fan.
Yeah, I am.
Was she how you learned to sing?
I mean, I grew up listening to Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin. I mean, I tried to imitate Aretha Franklin in my car. Of course, I did not get close, but yeah, I would imitate all my favorite singers: Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, Otis Redding, Ray Charles, and then later came Joni and Dolly Parton and Bob Dylan.
What was it like recording the Joni Mitchell song with Herbie Hancock?
That was fun. Well, you know, and the most fun thing is when you're actually recording live with the person in the studio, with the band and everything. I mean, that's always a treat. And so getting to do that with Wayne Shorter and Herbie Hancock, I mean, that was my high school jazz nerd, inner jazz nerd was just like exploding, you know? I was so excited, and it's a hard song. Also doing a Joni song, who I love, and that's a hard song. All her songs are very hard to cover, so that was probably the most nervous I've ever been.
Really?
I was definitely nervous to sing with Ray Charles, but in a different way. I was nervous to do the Herbie song because I didn't know where one was half the time, you know, like they play so fluid and loose, and it's like, this sounds amazing. Where is one? Oh my God, I don't want to come in wrong on this, you know?
You have been with a bunch of little bands that play clubs in New York. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, last week I played at the Bell House all month.
What did you do?
I was with my band Puss in Boots, which is me and Sasha Dobson and Catherine Popper. Sasha and I started this band maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and we started it to learn how to play the guitar, because neither of us really played guitar then. And we started out at the Fat Cat in the pool hall every Wednesday. And I would always wear a hat because I was failing all over the place, you know, it was pretty rough in the beginning. Luckily we sang, we knew how to sing already, so we kind of smoothed it over with pretty harmonies. But it really helped me get over just playing a new instrument and being scared to do so on my own stage, which is usually a theater or something, you know. So it's nice to do those gigs and just kind of, I'm a big believer in learning on the gig. I mean, that's how I learned how to play the piano and sing back in college, was I had a restaurant gig and I was kind of messing up sometimes, but that's how I learned. I'm not a good practicer, I'll put it that way.
Huh, so you have to go out and do it.
Sometimes, yeah.
It kind of grounds you, though, to do clubs where you can see people's faces again.
Yeah, well, it's just fun. You know, it's like you can invite your friends and it's not a big deal, and they come or they don't, and you have a drink on stage, and yeah, it's really fun. And I live in New York, you know, it's such a cool city for music, and I mean, I could live out in the country somewhere if I didn't want to play gigs when I'm off tour.
Yeah.
But, you know, I live here, I might as well take advantage of it. Just because I'm off tour, I don't want to just stop making music for months on end. So it's a nice outlet. It's a nice outlet to have.
You like to play.
I just like jamming with my friends, and I'm not a jammer. Like, I don't want to jam at home, so we might as well do it out somewhere where we can have a drink. And
With actual songs.
yeah, with actual songs.